Hey there all YouTubers. I'm a sucker for beef back ribs, and when I'm at the grocery store and I see whenever the butcher cuts these ribs straight across, I just gotta grab them. Now there's a little bit of a shiner there and maybe a little bit of a shiner there, but for the most part the meat is cut straight across. Whenever you see these back ribs and they're gouged in between the ribs, just keep on walking. You don't want to buy those. So I'm real happy with these. A lot of meat on there. Alright, so just water is the binder, and we're going with this Famous Dave steak and burger seasoning, and of course I like a little bit of black pepper on beef, so there you have it. Alright, so the thing about this rub, and you're going to think I've finally lost it, but it has sugars in it. Yeah, I know. It goes against everything I talk about, but we're trying something different today. So yep, there's sugar in this rub. Alright, so we got to get these ribs in the refrigerator and keep them cold till we get that pit set up. That's what this video is all about. It's the pit setup. Alright folks, today we're using the Tec Bullseye once again. I know. But today we're putting the BBQ Dragon Grill Stone in there. That's going to add thermal mass. What it'll do is it'll heat up and it'll radiate heat up to the ribs. And I'm not using the stock heat deflector today. I have a custom heat deflector down there, and what we're going to do, because people think pellet smokers don't produce enough smoke, well, we're going to add a little extra smoke. We're going to add some pecan, and we're going to start with just a small piece of pecan. That deflector will get hot, and the wood chunk will start to smolder, and it'll add some pecan flavoring into the beef ribs. I've done this in the past with cast iron over the fire pot, and the chunk of wood will smolder for a while, and it'll get to the point where it'll eventually ignite and burn up. So that's why I'm using a very small chunk of wood. So who says pellet grills can't produce smoky barbecue? Alright, and then I got my elevated rack, a stainless steel elevated rack, and that's where the ribs are going. And well, that's the setup. That's right. Alright, so I'll be putting my pit temp probe right up in the middle back there. And for easy cleanup, I have the aluminum drip pan, and so whenever I need to get access to smoldering chunk or add another chunk, see, I have access right here. And the natural designed lid of the Bullseye, see, they're down low, the vents are down low, the meat's up top. I talked about this in the past. Alright, let's get it fired up and get them ribs on. Alright, so you see that's why I put that heat deflector in there. I don't want that direct flame hitting the grill stone. So, deflector. Same as other pellet grills, they have a heat deflector in it. So there you go. Alright, the pit stabilized to around 255, between 255 and 270, so got the ribs on there. That's what that's looking like. And before I put them on, I spritz it with cold water. Why? Smoke sticks to cold, wet meat. I'm going to spritz with cold water every half an hour at the beginning of the cook. Cold meat will take on more smoke. Alright, after about 5 minutes, I gotta say I'm very happy. It kind of settled in at 250, so if we could stay around 250, that would be great for the first couple hours. Then if it creeps up to 275, that'll be fine, but I like to start off a little bit lower at the beginning of the cooks. So we'll see. Alright, so I just want to show you that after an hour, See that chunk of wood? See how that's smoldering? I'm out here cutting grass and I can smell that pecan. So you could definitely get a wood chunk flavor into your pellet grill. And this is not the only way. If you go over to check out Tom Horseman, he has a product from Smoke Daddy where it's the heat diffuser shield, and it has compartments in it to where you could put chunks of different wood to get that smoldering chunk wood flavor into pellet grill. So you can get a real wood chunk flavor smoke into a pellet grill besides just adding a smoke tube or whatever where they put pellets in it. I mean, pellet smoke is pellet smoke, and it's not as good as chunk wood smoke. So there you go. Check out Tom Horseman. Alright, I just want to show you my temps shot up, so I figured something was going on down in here. And just as I said, that chunk of wood ignited. So here we go. Just take another one here. Put another piece on there. That's all you gotta do. Gotta spray. When the temps spike up, you know what happened. But until it ignited, that thing was smoldering, giving that flavor to the meat. So there you have it. We're at 3 hour, 15-minute mark. Just gonna give that a spritz. Cold water. I like the color, it's looking good. So we're just going to go ahead and pan it lightly. The wind quits blowing. Pan it lightly. Not wrapping. I don't want steamed meat. I don't want braised meat. I'm just going to tin it lightly. Brush it along. Alright, 6 hours and 15 minutes. 2:57. That's what it's been rocking pretty much for the past hour. 250s, 260s. Alright, so there goes those couple shiners. Let's see, there's plenty of meat there, so let's just go probe tender here. Oh yeah, that's pretty nice. Let's just see what kind of temp we got. 197, 190, 97. Alright, so 197, 191. I'm gonna go a little bit longer here. Maybe another half hour. 196. So, alright. Check out that color on that. Alright. Okay, so after 6 hours and 45 minutes, these ribs are done. We let them rest for 15 minutes. So here we go. No electric knife tonight, people. Nope. We're going with the needle. Oh, look at that.
Be careful with that knife.
Yeah. See that? Be careful with that knife is right. They are hot. See that? We already got a nice little smoke ring. That fast. Alright, let's just keep going. Cut down between that bone. Wow, look at that. See how juicy that is? It's just crazy. Nice and juicy. Plenty of meat on these, gotta say. So, there we go. Alright, So let's get this one here. Looks very nice. Nice bark, definitely nice bark. And this one here, very nice bark. Get a little taste of that. Very tasty and flavorful. Gotta say, I like that Famous Dave's. It's salty and I didn't mind the sugar on it. Gives it a nice bark. It's very good. And with any pellet grill, with that clean burn, you're not going to have a lot of smoke. But adding that pecan wood chunk did add a little bit of flavor to it, but not overly smoky. So very good. So beef back ribs are where it's at, people. There you go. So tender and juicy. There you go. Well, thanks for watching, folks.